Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 13th, I think. I don't know. You're like the first person I'm doing today, and I totally forgot. But we're going to take a look at your current general energies in this first row here. You have this turtle card that says slowness, protection, and also this dolphin card that says playfulness and cooperation. I kind of have the feeling that you want more cooperation. Like, I just feel from life in general. And it's kind of funny because, it's popping into my head that this is like a past energy. You could still be having a very strong desire for more cooperation. But, I feel like you're kind of moving past this energy of things just, being a little bit harder than usual. It's kind of a weird feeling because I don't really know how to explain what I feel here, other than sometimes I feel like we do things and it's not that nothing works. It's more annoying than that because it's almost like you're in this place where things kind of work. This could be in love or business. It's like what you're doing is kind of working, but it's like not the full thing. And so I feel you have this feeling of being very, very close to your like a desired goal or outcome. You end with the sun, which is amazing, definitely a very positive card. So it's like you're very close, but at the same time, it's like the things you're doing, I feel it's like they're very close, but they're not like all the way there. This could be in business, like I said, or that you could be trying things in your love life or whatever the case may be. And, I kind of feel, part of me feels like what's missing is playfulness, being playful, maybe needing to enjoy yourself more, or just maybe sometimes reminding yourself, like, why you're doing things in the first place, right? Like, reminding yourself why you're putting in the work or, whatever the case may be. And, sometimes I think you need to do that. Even me, like doing these videos every single day, I pretty much do 4 videos minimum every single day. And it's like, sometimes I just like blast through them. And I always like to remind myself, well, this was like, years ago, I used to blast through them. Now I like to remind myself like why I'm doing it in the first place so that I don't like do things like rush or, just like things get dull, right? And I kind of get that energy here of like needing to remind yourself of like why you're doing whatever it is that you're doing. You have the 5 of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups, and the Chariot. The 5 of Pentacles says, do not call attention to your weaknesses. I don't know what it is. I mean, part of me thinks for you, Virgo, that, Saturn will be in Pisces. And I've talked about this before, but, for you, Saturn in Pisces is your opposite sign. And I could definitely see how Saturn and Pisces it doesn't make you feel inadequate because Saturn is a taskmaster. Everybody's always afraid. People always ask me, like, I have my Saturn return coming up. I'm worried and all that stuff. I'm like, well, really, Saturn's very good because if you work with the energy, you get the reward. Saturn, yeah, we have to work harder, or yes, we have to, work with the energy or whatever. But if we do it, we get the rewards. Like, Saturn doesn't just punish you for no reason, right? So I always tell people, like, don't worry about your Saturn return. I feel like someone needs to hear that. Don't worry about Saturn being in your 6th house or your 7th house of relationships or wherever it is for you. Don't worry about it, but think about it. Just like say Saturn's in my wherever it is for you. Again, you have to look at your own chart and say, okay, like I'm gonna have to put in more work into this, but if I put in the work, I'm gonna get the rewards. So I feel like this is kind of like that this could be saying that there are some things where maybe the Saturn energy is making you sorry. I have like one of my dog's hairs in my mouth or something. Don't ask. But what I would say is, I feel like you're kind of like looking at it and you're saying to yourself, there are certain things I wish I was good at, but I feel like this is saying focus on your strengths. Literally going this direction, you have the Magician. Magician is a card of hidden talents, gifts, skills, and abilities. To the 9 of Cups, I'm pretty sure I did a reading for you recently where I was saying something about how it's almost like, you have a talent, gift, skill, or ability that you are either not using or you need to use more of that hidden talent, gift, skill, or ability, like in your business or in your career. It does feel financial to me, Virgo. So it's like maybe you're an artist or something and you're not using creativity in your business or something, there's like some sort of difference. So again, you're gonna have to look at yourself and say, what am I not using? And I feel like if you use it, it's gonna be really good for you. You have the 7 of Cups. Everybody is in this 7 of Cups energy. Again, we have Saturn moving into Pisces. We have Neptune and Pisces, and Neptune and Pisces is like these sky high dreams, which I always tell people, take your dream, multiply it by 1,000,000 with Neptune and Pisces, and dream big, but you have to start small. And if you do that, you could accomplish things that you never thought possible. But, again, you're going to have to put in the work. Again, Saturn will be going into Pisces in March. And when that happens, it's going to be really good because it's going to take those dreams and kind of like bring them down to earth, right? But again, we have to stay focused. Seven of Cups could be like too many what ifs. Like, what if this happens? What if this happens? Like, what if I start the business and I get sued? Or what if it fails? Or what if my dog runs away? Or, whatever, right? Neptune and Pisces brings about these like crazy ideas. So what I would say is like stay focused, keep your eye on the prize. You have the Chariot, definitely a victory coming in for you. So I feel for a lot of you, there are just some big victories entering into your life. Some of you could be moving. It's kind of weird because I feel like travel or moving has shown up for the past like 2 weeks or so for you, Virgo. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Yes, needing to be resourceful, needing to focus on what you do have, basically. On a traditional Queen of Pentacles, she's focusing on the pentacle, and there's a rabbit in like the bottom corner. The rabbit can represent like anxiety and fears. So it just says that she's not focused on what she doesn't have. She's focused on what she does have. Basically what I said with the Five of Pentacles. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Seven of Pentacles, 2 sevens, internal fears that don't exist. I always say 2 sevens is my combination of really needing to let your fears go. Seven of Pentacles is also the card of like, is the juice worth the squeeze, right? So you could be looking at things that you want to start in your business or in your career, and you could be wondering like, hey, is it going to be worth it for me to put the energy into this or not, right? But you have to find out. The whole trick with the Seven of Cups is we can't imagine things like, yes, you should be imagining, visualizing the outcome that you desire with the Seven of Cups for sure. But we can't, imagine things. We won't, what I'm trying to say is we have to find out with the Seven of Cups. We can't just imagine something and think that it's not going to work or that it is going to work. We have to put the energy in to actually find out. With the Chariot, you have the Three of Cups, definitely some sort of celebration coming in for you. I feel like there's kind of like a, like a community celebration. You literally have this celebration card coming up in your third row. We're going to talk about that. But Three of Cups has to do with your community. I would definitely recommend getting out into public if you just want to have a good time, meet a person, whatever. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this gateway card. I mean, I do think we are in a time, I wouldn't really call these things unexpected, necessarily, but what I would say is I do feel we are in a time where there could be just like opportunities that we didn't, really expect to come in for us. But again, these are not totally surprise opportunities. There could be an opportunity, again, for you to use some sort of hidden talent, gift, skill, or ability. So it's not totally unexpected because you have the skill. But what's like a little bit unexpected is that someone sees the skill in you. Like they want you to use a skill. There could also just be kind of different directions coming in for you as well in your career. I kind of feel like the universe is almost presenting you with things like saying like, look at this. Like I see a bunch of opportunities coming in for you, right? But it's like the universe is showing you a bunch of kind of doorways. And I feel like you have the opportunity to, pick the doorway that you wish. You have the Temperance card, the Magician, and the Four of Cups. The Magician, I feel, is saying that there's some sort of new beginning that's coming in for you. Magician is card number 1. And sometimes I feel the Magician shows up when we do need to like get moving here, Virgo. So, I wouldn't sit around and wait. It's another card of reinvention as well. And I really do feel we are in a very significant time of reinvention. I also feel that you are probably one of the top signs that is going through a reinvention in general. So it's like, to me, the energy is definitely kind of like targeting you for a reinvention, not in a bad way. This is going to be a positive reinvention. So if you want to change anything about yourself, if you want to change your story, whatever it is, I would be working on those things with the Magician. You have the Four of Cups. I do feel like a need to kind of let go of past disappointments. I also feel a need to mix things together because you have the Temperance card. Four of Cups, sometimes like he's manifesting what he wants, but I always say, this is a card of like manifesting a cake, but he's manifested the flour, the sugar, the eggs. He needs to kind of mix everything together, right? So you are probably manifesting the steps to get to this gateway, which is a really good card in this deck, by the way. But I feel you have to put the things together right here with the Temperance card. There's something that you need to start mixing, right? For whatever reason, I do also feel there could be love coming in for you. I feel like there could be a person. They could be like a Sagittarius midheaven. I don't know why that's popping into my head. I mean, Temperance obviously is Sagittarius, but it's popping into my head as Sagittarius midheaven. So, take it how it resonates. I don't know, unless you ask people on your like first date what their chart is, which I don't know, maybe some of you do that. I don't know how you would know, but maybe you will find this out in the future. It is popping into my head. But again, I kind of feel like this is talking about mixing things together. I also feel, by the way, there could be like a Cancer or Scorpio coming in for you. It could be another Earth sign as well if you're looking for love. Let's see. With the Temperance card, you have the Knight of Cups. There you go. Could be a water sign with a Sagittarius midheaven. Again, it popped into my head, so I gotta say it. And it could be like a knight in shining armor. Could be a little unexpected, this relationship. I don't think it's totally unexpected. I just think that, I don't know, I think the best relationships come to us when we're not looking, right? And so some of you might be in this mode of not really looking for love, but that's usually when it shows up. The best version, right? So I would say go for it. There's a lot here. You have a lot of these dream cards as well. Normally, he's looking into a cup, the Knight of Cups, and he is dreaming about his future life or whatever it is he wants to create. With the Magician, you have the Hermit, you needing to get moving. Again, you've been through everything. You've learned all the lessons. I do feel a little bit of this energy of living in the past. It's like, what do they, I think there's a name for it, Virgo. I think it's called rear view mirror syndrome or something like that. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure I've heard of this before, where it's like we kind of attach our past experiences to new situations, right? And I feel this is saying like, hey, you've been through difficult things and these things aren't going to happen. Like, let's say you have some sort of trauma or something bad happen to you in like business or in a relationship, and it can stop you from doing things in the future. I was stuck there for like 3.5 years, personally, in my own personal life, before I started this channel. So, it's like one of those things where I feel like we have to kind of like let go of the past. And for some reason, I'm getting that here. With the Four of Cups, you have the Two of Wands taking the lead. I feel there's a lot of success coming in for you. And, I really see you just kind of taking the lead here. Two of Wands, he's just taking the lead. And that's that. I really have nothing else there for you. Next, for the critical information that you need to hear right now, you have this card. It says, new chapters require a new version of you. Are you kidding me? The Magician right there. You have this celebration card. It says there will be a celebration in relation to your work. As you see more success, don't use that as an excuse to stop having fun. Yes, the Dolphin card at the beginning. So I definitely feel like you need to have more fun or do things that are more fun. I also feel like injecting more kind of like play into your work or into what you do will probably just make it better, of course. But how crazy is this new chapters card? So I really see a lot of you going through a transformation. And again, it's like all the cards make sense, Even if we go this way, you have Chariot. He's leaving a city behind him. He's doing that to set himself apart. Magician is going through a reinvention. He has a snake, the Ouroboros, which represents reinventing yourself. So he's going through reinvention. And you have the Death card, a major transformation in your life. So I don't know, makes sense to me. Kind of all adds up. And really what's standing out to me is this right here, this white rose on his banner. It represents kind of like the pinprick of light in the darkness that chases the darkness away. So if you're reinventing yourself, I literally feel that it could just be the thing that motivates you to success. It could be the thing that really kind of motivates you to get moving. Next, you have the Two of Pentacles. I wanted to say the Ten of Pentacles for some reason, but you have the Two of Pentacles, which could be you working. And again, by the way, Two of Pentacles is my card of work hard, play hard. So I would definitely be balancing those energies out. Again, I'm wondering, if maybe that Saturn in Pisces, even though Saturn isn't in Pisces yet, doesn't matter. We're getting close, right? So we're getting closer to that side of the energy. And what I would say is as we get closer, you might be more focused on work or your daily routine or, kind of things like that. And I'm not saying this is not a bad thing. I would definitely work hard because you're going to want to work hard probably, just based off your astrology, Virgo, over the next few months, at least maybe even for the rest of this year. And you're going to want to work hard, but I would also make sure that you're having fun, that you're doing things that you enjoy just to kind of balance the energy. You have the Nine of Cups, which is wish or wish fulfillment. I do feel like there is a wish fulfillment coming in for you. If you're attracting a person, by the way, I feel like this, you could be having a glow up here. And I also feel that you're attracting a person who is also like having a glow up or kind of doing something to improve their life in some way. So I wouldn't say you're mirroring each other. I would just say that you're both doing things to improve your life. And again, that's a good thing. We want to attract a person who is improving so that we can also improve and then they can improve, right? And that's what this looks like to me. It's like an improvement type situation. With the Death card, you have the Two of Cups. Yes, soulmate coming in for you. If you don't already have this, and could be a Scorpio as well. I'm pretty sure you always get Scorpio in your readings for some reason. So whatever. But I would say it's like a soul connection, whatever you want to call it. I am getting here that, this could be a person who is very different than your usual type. I've been saying since, I think it was like last year, something, I don't remember, but it was like last year I did love readings where I kept getting the Two of Cups. And, the two people on the Two of Cups are meant to look very different. They're meant to look like they come from two different worlds. And, you really could be attracting a person who's very different. And I said in those readings, like last year or whatever year that was, it was actually the year before, is what I meant to say, 2021. I kept getting the Two of Cups, and I just think we're just attracting the right people, right? With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands says, don't give up. I feel like you're very close to a goal. I really feel for you, Virgo, that a lot of you, it's like you're on your next stepping stone. Let's put it that way. I'm going to use career as an example, but this could be in any area of your life. It's almost like maybe a few years ago you had like one version of a career. I feel like you've now stepped on to a different version of your career, like a different reinvention. It's like you're about to reinvent yourself again. And but it's like this time I feel like you're mixing things together. It's like you're putting two versions of yourself together. I don't know. That's what keeps popping into my head. So it's like you might be injecting a little of your like first career and your second career into a third career or a third business or a third opportunity. I don't know. I hope that makes sense, but that's kind of like what I'm getting here. Nine of Wands is my card of experimentation. I do feel we have, I talk about this all the time. It's like the biggest change we're going to be experiencing in our lives, probably. Pluto and Aquarius. With Pluto and Aquarius, I would be experimenting, trying new things because you never know. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Cups. So it's like fortune after difficulty. If you've been carrying a heavy burden with the Ten of Wands, Ten of Cups is kind of that breath of fresh air, the release. And so I do feel like some of you could be just releasing a heavy burden, but that looks good to me, Virgo. Finally, in the area of the good stuff, no matter what shows up here, it's going to be positive. You have this Yang energy card. Yeah, you're taking action. This card always reminds me of the Ace of Wands. So, I feel a lot of you are just taking action, getting moving towards your goals. We even see here you have the Four Swords, the High Priestess, and the Sun. And with this card here, the Four Swords, it's kind of like a card of waking up from a nap. So I do feel some of you are feeling much more energetic, much more willing to take action on your ideas, your plans, your goals, your wishes, your dreams, all those things that I listed off. And, it's kind of like you're ready to get moving. You have the High Priestess. I would definitely trust your intuition. We are in a time, like everybody gets a High Priestess now, and I think that there are just like a lot of mysteries, because if we want to do something, I always say with the Neptune and Pisces, for example, I feel with Neptune and Pisces, it kind of removes normally you set out to go start a business or you have a goal, and there might be like a very clearly defined path for achieving that goal or starting your business or getting into a relationship. Neptune and Pisces kind of muddies the waters and, makes things a little bit more murky. So, but it's like kind of like bad but good at the same time, because it's maybe bad if you can't motivate yourself past those points where you want to give up or you feel like you're going in the wrong direction. I would say it's good if you can be adventurous, spontaneous, if you can look for new ways of doing things, then if you can just embrace the mystery, right? She just has to embrace the mystery of what's behind the curtain, what's behind her. She has to go and look, like the Wizard of Oz. She has to go see who's pulling the strings, but she has to find out for herself. And so I feel some of you could be doing that. You have the Sun, so clearly a lot of happiness and a lot of abundance coming in for you as well. I love the Sun. It kind of makes a whole entire reading a little bit more positive. With the Four Swords, you have the King of Swords. I feel like you are becoming an expert. Could be a person that you're attracting as well. If you're looking for love, if you're looking for new love specifically, the King of Swords is someone who's like a mentor, who's a guide, who has a lot of knowledge and wisdom. They could be older than you, but not always true. They can just be someone who has a lot of wisdom. They could be younger than you. and gender doesn't matter. With the High Priestess, you have the Chariot again, so definitely could be a water sign coming in for some of you, but could also just be victories. You have the Chariot twice showing up here. This is literally saying embracing some sort of mystery is going to lead to a victory in your life with that High Priestess. With the Sun, you have the Hierophant here. Could be a Taurus as well. The Hierophant, you have the High Priestess and the Hierophant, by the way. This is divine counterparts. These are like like a spiritual connection. So there could be a very strong spiritual connection coming in for you with a person. Could be a person that you will marry in the future as well, Virgo. So pretty straightforward, pretty good reading. We're going to pull 5 main themes for you now. You have this Lion card. Of course, it says time to act. Duh. This whole entire reading basically says get moving. I mean, here, Virgo. So I feel it's time for you to act on this, like a gateway that could be opening up for you. And again, I feel like this gateway is like, again, the best way I can describe it is it's the mixture of 2 things that you have done before. It could also be, if that's not the case, I would say it's some sort of hidden talent, gift, skill, or ability that you're not using. You have this Beetle card that says good fortune on it. Seems to be a very fortunate week. Again, multiple people this week have had these cards of like luck, good fortune, things like that. So it seems to be a lucky week. You have this Valley card. It says deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Remember I was saying that some of you are reinventing yourself, and I feel like a lot of you could be working on your like mental state as well, which I do feel will make you more successful. You have this Broken Bridge. It says unsuccessful outcome to a problem. We kind of saw this. I wouldn't really worry about this because I feel for some of you this is just, again, needing to, like I was saying, being spontaneous. If one thing doesn't work in your business, try something else. Same thing in love. If one thing doesn't work, try something else. So don't allow like bridges to, broken bridges to hold you back. You have this Hammock card. It says taking a vacation physically or mentally. Yes, work hard, play hard. If you need a break, take a break. Or if you need a staycation, take a staycation, Virgo. But this is a really good reading. So thank you for being here, Virgo. Really appreciate it. And definitely enjoy your week.